Hi Chuck, this is Fernando. Just wanted to show you the gun. I took me about 4 hours to clean it up a couple days ago, so I want to give you a quick tour on the Fusion Graco gun. So this is what I use all the time. I'm just gonna break it apart so you'll have an idea of the gun.
Is that shiny in there?
It's just grease.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tightened it too tight.
I did.
Here's the size of my hand. The size of the gun. Pretty heavy. Is that it?
Yeah.
He just did that with a knife. Check.
That's the second part, and I don't know if you can see there's a little bit of holes. There's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 holes, and they need to be cleaned all the time.
So the stuff can get through there.
The air. So then you have filters here. You have side A and then the side B.
Is that for chemical A, chemical B?
Right. So I have to use this. Let me try this side.
Oh, there you go. Is that more grease coming out there?
Yeah, you need to keep all parts with grease. It's in a special grease. So then you have...
It's just focusing on there. There we go.
Okay. So we're going to have 3 gaskets here. Okay. And this is where... I'll show you here in a minute, but this right here needs to be clean all the time. So when you push it in,
Oh yeah,
it comes back, and inside there's like a shock,
spring.
like a spring. Yeah. So when it's a good one, you press it and it pushes out. When it's dirty, it stays there.
It gets stuck.
Right. So this, I mean, I just cleaned this, and you always have to keep side A and B
Clean.
separate. Yeah. And then there's another one here. Let's see. So really, the hoses that I use, it hooks here. So the chemicals goes. This is the first place where the chemicals goes. So here, let me show you this one. Then you have another gasket here, and then this is a filter.
Oh.
So you can take this out. So when the chemical goes in here and it's dirty, it clogs all the bad stuff. And I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, I can tell it's filtered.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you can tell sometimes when it's dirty. See, that's just grease. And then you have a spring here. You have another gasket here. So this is where the first place where the chemical goes. So that's one side.
Well, that's side B.
That's gonna be the side B. I'm not gonna pull side A. This is just gonna look the same. But then you come to the second part of the gun. So This is just the front of the gun. It has a couple of gaskets here. There's another gasket in here. So this is gonna be the most important piece of the gun. This guy right here. This is called chamber.
Chamber.
The chamber, and there's different sizes. This is a size. This is a chamber 42. So you always wanna make sure that hold. It's always clean, because what it does is, so it shoots the chemical from here, and then
From the hole in the chamber.
from the hose, yeah, to here, then from here to this guy. So what this guy does is there's a little hole in there.
Yeah.
When you press the trigger, when you press the trigger, this guy goes in, so you get the material, and the chamber goes like this.
Oh, so that goes, okay. Yeah.
So whenever the chemical
back.
pulls this, it pours, it releases the chemical here. So side A and then side B, and with the pressure, it hits right here. So this is what it does, the chamber.
Yeah.
So whenever this one gets really dirty, it'll scratch the chamber.
Oh.
So every time I clean it, I have to make sure there's not one single scratch on it. The reason why is because the chemicals, if there's one little scratch there,
it won't slide as easy.
It'll slide, but it's gonna release the chemical from that little scratch. It'll leak, and then it'll foam.
Start foaming from the inside.
The whole thing will foam, the chamber, and that's when you have to clean the gun.
Oh.
So, just to give you an idea, and the chamber has it has each side of the gun. So it has letters. So side B and side A. It's kind of hard to see it, but you can see the letters.
Kind of B.
So A and B.
I see B right there.
So then we come to the back part of the gun. This is a safety. So as long as if you have it closed, it won't shoot any chemicals, so you have to release it.
Oh, you have to release the safety.
The safety, yeah. There's another gasket here.
Is a gasket just something that tightens the seal?
Right.
Okay.
This is the safety.
Okay.
And then there's this part. You have two more gaskets here. So whenever you press the trigger, this goes.
Oh, that takes the chamber.
The chamber, right. So it goes in and out. So that's another part of the gun. Then you come to, you hook your air hose here. Tie this too much. Well, anyways, the only thing there's in here, it's gonna be a spring and 3 more gaskets. That's it. So that's what when you press that trigger,
It releases
it
the
releases
chamber and
the
air.
Yeah.
So the air pushes the chemicals through.
Right.
Is it the air that causes?
Right. And then you have these two holes. These two holes. This is gonna be the muffler. That's the muffler of the gun.
Like what makes the noise?
So whenever you hook your air here, the hose, it has pressure. So for the gun, for the whole thing not to mess up, it has an exhaust.
Okay.
So all the air doesn't go straight to the gun.
Right.
It just goes.
Filters.
Yeah. So whenever the gaskets in here, if they go bad, the whole gun will foam itself all the way to the exhaust. So you'll see foam coming out of here and here. And then there is two more holes in here. These two holes don't meet the, this is where the air goes. So
the air pushes that. So
air, exhaust, and then
chamber goes through and the air
and then
pushes.
you get the air in here.
Yeah.
And that's what makes these to go, with the trigger.
Right.
So yeah.
And
it looks easy.
How much is a gun brand new?
About $2,500. It looks pretty clean because it took me about 4 hours, but it's a lot of work.
Took him 4 hours to clean this.
Yeah. So I just wanted to give you a quick tour.
Maybe we'll bring it up to Kansas.
If I don't use it, I'll bring it.
If he uses it between now and Kansas, he's not going to put 4 hours of cleaning into it again.
I'll do this maybe once a month, probably. I'll have to clean the whole thing once a month. And the front of it, I have to do it once a week, and that takes me about maybe an hour and a half, maybe.
All right, Chuck, that's your tutorial. So go enjoy starting your own spray foam business.
Yeah, good luck.